Well, we got Feather Mama Cat here. Here she goes. I got some ammo. 1,000 rounds of full metal jacket, 9mm, right? For the range. Cheap stuff. And I can reload it. I know when I reload it. Here's my little guy down here. Hey, little guy. Don't they look like twins? That's the son. He's a little bit bigger than mommy. So, yeah, you can reload these with, I reload them with 115 grain projectiles. 4.9 grains of Winchester 231 if I reload them. If I feel like reloading them. I might shoot up the old stuff and keep this stuff around though. Probably not reload the old stuff because it's been reloaded a few times. So I got this scope here. 20 by 60, 60mm objective lens. NKO spotting scope. It's supposed to be fairly waterproof nitrogen scope. For 60 bucks, it's really good. I was surprised. It comes in a case, right? And it's got your plastic protectors on there. And it's got a little separate pocket for the tripod, which is cool. So, let me get it out of here. There's a little band holds on there. There it is. Okay, right there. There's you open it up. Let me take the camera off here a second and show you. But it works good. It's not for the money. It's ridiculously good. For 60 bucks, it's ridiculously good. Okay, so here it's set up, and you know this is the adjustment right here for focus. And here you got 20 power. Cell phone camera's probably not adjusting well here. 20 power, all the way up to 60. And you know I found a lot times with these cheaper scopes, you don't want to quite max them out, because when you get maxed out, I don't know if it is like, I didn't know it's too problem with this one, but sometimes when you max them out all the way, you can't, I don't know, there's a little more distortion, but I didn't really notice nothing with this one. This one seemed pretty damn good. I'm surprised. I have another one that's 12 by 36 that's, God, I think it's from the 80s, from the 1980s, so it's 30-something years old, 35 years old. Still works good. And I kind of like it because the 12 power is good enough to, you know, you can hold it steady enough. What I like doing with this one, I'm not sure if the 20 power if I can hold steady enough. What I like doing with the 12 power, though, is I fold up the tripod in my hand like this, and then I put the tripod up against my chest, right? And then look through it. That gives you a little more stability. So if you're standing up offhand, and you don't have this tripod resting on something, you can kind of take this tripod, fold it together, put it up against your chest, and that's a lot more steady than just holding it freehand. So, but I have noticed that the optics on this are a lot clearer. It's good for spotting. I mean, it's good for that. It's really what it is. It's not like a wide field of view where you can see way the hell out there. Like if I'm looking at that, you know, storage building there, I can only see a tiny little, let's see if I can see down there, that little white thing down there. Jeez, you'll only see a piece of that when it's on 60 power. I mean, it's like really, you know, you're not looking at this whole thing across here like that. It gets to be a narrow field of view. But it's for like spotting. It's for spotting. It's not really for observing, you know, like a playing field or something like that, or you know what I mean, like a sporting event or something. It's not for that. You know, you want to use binoculars for that probably. But it's good for, you know, certain things. Really, it's kind of, to me, it's only got one purpose. Because the 36 power scope I have, depending on the caliber and the distance, it's not adequate enough to see little holes in a target, especially if you're using that 223 5.56 thing, 22 caliber hole, and you're getting out there, let's forget about it. This, I've heard that this works pretty good easily for 100 yards, no problem, you know, for anything, even at 22, which I'm not going to go past that anyway. So for the money, ridiculously good deal. Very easy to get your eye relief on there, you know. So there it is, magnification 20 by 60, lens diameter 60mm. But you know, you really made in China, right? What else is new? It's got a good case on it though, that's another thing. I was kind of surprised, man. Pretty surprised. Pretty much didn't think it would be a nice case like that. And the other thing is, this one seems to have no problems with it. But, you know, if you buy a scope like this, and you know, it's warranted, if you find out there's a flaw in the optics, because, you know, if they're making them this cheap, you can't be checking every single one of them for quality control, right? I mean, I don't think most of them are screwed up. I think you're going to get a flaw in one of them once in a while. So if you got a problem, you know, ship it back. But to me, I haven't seen any problems. But this thing really works really good. So, you know, be shooting time here. I want to see where I'm hitting. So, a little meow meow is out here. Look at this guy. This is that's the mama. Yeah, we still got our flags up there too. So. That's the mama cat. Still doing good. And Boots was here yesterday. The guy I just had the video on, Boots the rebel cat. He was here yesterday. He's doing okay, man. He's not doing bad. So, but you know, I'm hoping to. I don't know. They said you can use this scope for what do you call it? With a cell phone camera. I'm not sure. We're gonna find out about that. I mean, let's see. This is the scope right here. Is this coming here? I don't see where. That don't look right to me. You know, I don't know how this hell that works, man. You gotta have a special adapter. Is this thing on? Nah, you can't see nothing in there. Shit. I don't know. I saw something where you can use it with a cell phone camera and a regular SLR camera. There's probably an adapter for it or something, which I figured. But if there is, that might be okay if I go to some of these reenactment events and I get pretty far away. I set this up on a stand, and you know, I could get some video, you know, panning around and stuff with this thing. I don't know, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I figured this is going to have some multi-purposes, so I picked it up. But the last time I went to the range, it was really just function testing stuff. I wasn't really checking the targets. So, because I know I personally like the metal targets, because you know when you hit them, they go ding. You don't have to go freaking look through the scope or nothing. But you're not allowed to have metal targets in a lot of ranges, because there is a problem where they can ricochet back. You know, so. That's why they only allow paper targets in a lot of places. But, you know, if it makes the little hole in a paper target, you'll be able to see it with this thing, no problem. I mean, I think even a 22 up to 100 yards, and I'm not going to be shooting past 100 yards anyway, would work. You'd be able to see fine with this. And I think like a 30 cal with this thing, 200 yards would be no problem. And probably the 22. I mean, it depends on how the sun's light is hitting the target. I mean, there's a lot of variables. I know sometimes people say it doesn't work at 200 yards or 100 yards, or it's a lot to do with the conditions of the angle of the sun, you know. So, you know, it can actually work at 200 yards even for the 223, but you know, I'm not under all conditions. But for $59, freaking, you can't beat this damn thing. Durable construction. I hope so. Waterproof, nitrogen purged, multicolored optics, precision focus. It seems to focus nice and easy too. That was another thing I was worried about. Because sometimes because some of the really good scopes, they'll have, well, I mean, you can pay a lot, you can pay thousands of dollars for a spotting scope too, but I mean, you know, if you're just using it once in a while, this works fine for what I'm going to use it for. But the really good ones will have like a coarse focus for getting in about where it is. They don't have a fine focus. But even this, with just this one focus knob, worked fine for me. I was at 60 power and I was looking down there, and it came in real clear. And what I need to really do is to see if I could pick off letters off of something, but it looked really good because I was looking at the, you know, the chain link fence down there, where the hell it is, and it came in clear. That was kind of like a detail that you can pick up. So I think it works great, man.